Yeah, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Seattle Kraken, the first episode since the 21st of November, right before this interesting stretch for the team where they had that back-to-back in Pittsburgh, which feels like ages ago. They lost on the road in the dumbest game possible to the Islanders. Um, don't you just love when a game is 0-0 and going into overtime? So great.
No.
No, no. Uh, and then it starts this interesting stretch, which really kind of could define which direction Seattle goes the rest of the year, right? I mean, rem tell me if I'm wrong. I said this early in the season that Kraken fans should enjoy every part of the winning and the early season success that this team has had. One, because they largely don't get that from this franchise. Two, because I don't know how this is going to look the rest of the way, right? They're in the middle of this stretch, and I just talked about this off camera with Miracle and with Jade. But you play Dallas, Edmonton. You lost both of those games. You were at least close in that Dallas game. You'll play Edmonton on Thursday, Detroit Saturday, Minnesota, LA, Utah, Buffalo, and then Colorado. That's a pretty difficult stretch. Uh, and yes, you're doing it, with Jaden Schwartz. Nope. Well, yeah, Jaden Schwartz is hurt with Jared McCann back and Capo Caco back, but
For now.
I wonder how fully back they are. Even seeing Jared at practice today, which he left early, but Lane Lambert, I almost said Dave Hackstall. Ooh, we almost went really far back. Lane
Last one
Lambert
was
said
pass.
he should be fine. Um, like his teammates still aren't like going fully at him in like physical battle drills. Um, which like is considerate, I guess, but it concerns me for his total health. Mason Marchment has been missing for the last 2 days, with maintenance days. And Brandon Montour was out for power play work early yesterday, which would have been the 1st of December if you're watching that, if I get this out the day of the second, the night of the second, and was not at practice today. So anyway, enough of the doom. Um, I guess I'll open it up with the last few games with Dallas, with Edmonton. Miracle, I know you only saw a little part of the Edmonton game, if I remember correctly. Um, and Jade was unfortunately at the Edmonton game. That was a mess. I'll go to Jade first and then Miracle. Just, I guess, recent stretch. I guess you could throw the Islanders game in there, but that still feels like it was forever ago. Um, just your feelings around the team. Yeah, wow, that was really just a little over a week ago. Um, with the Islanders, Dallas, Edmonton games, where you're at with feeling around those games.
Bad. Not feeling very good about any of those games. The Islanders game was at least entertaining because there's only been so many games since I texted you this, but there's only been so many games since 2005 that have gone to 0-0 after regulation and then like significantly less that have gone to 0-0 after overtime. So like that's always kind of fun to see like something like that. But also it's really not that fun watching that kind of game. It really kind of sucks. Um Dallas, I did not watch a whole lot of because I was doing a whole lot of cooking. Um, so I didn't really have time to turn the game on and like super focus on it, but caught up on it afterwards. I read a couple recaps about it. Not the best ever. Edmonton was like arguably one of the worst games I've seen from this team all season. And I feel like that kind of says something because I feel like frequently I'm like, wow, that's a really, really, really bad game. But that was a really, really, really bad game. Um, there were like moments of good. There was obviously the couple fights that happened, and like that's fine and dandy, but it just That was I was really disappointed, and I usually don't let the Kraken disappoint me the way that they did on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think I watched any of those games. I think I was at work for Islanders, most of Dallas, and
Were you
Oilers.
not with me at the Dallas game?
Was I? No, I was at Dallas. Was I? It was a Wednesday.
Pretty sure. I
I don't
wasn't
remember.
alone. I know that. I think
No, I was
I
there.
remember
I was there, but I
texting
blocked it
Jade.
from my mind because it was bad.
That's what I'm saying, bad.
It wasn't, the Dallas one wasn't as bad as they've been playing, question mark. I mean, it can't be great if I
We
don't
were at
remember
least
much of
within
it.
striking distance. I mean, one
Yeah.
goal.
We didn't get blown out of the water like we did with Edmonton, which is crazy, but I don't know. It hasn't, I don't know what changed because they were doing, I mean, other than the 50 million injuries, like the injury roulette, like
Eh,
who's going to be next? But I don't know what changed because they seemed to be like on an upward sort of path. And then they had the shootout loss. And then it was just like, well, never mind. I guess we're going to go back to not doing anything. So I don't know. I didn't see, I don't think I watched any of the Edmonton game, but I was getting the alerts on my phone and just shaking my head.
Yeah, that one was really ugly.
It's
I was very happy, honestly, selfishly, that I got to go out for my friend's birthday afterwards because that was one of those games that I was like, wow, I need a fucking drink. Like by the end of the first period, I was like, I wish that I could just go drink a beer right now. Obviously not going to, but like I wish I could. It was so just bad.
yeah. I mean, yeah, the New York, I think the main overlying thought over the last week of games, since we last did our episode was just the offensive deficiencies continue to show. It was interesting. General Manager Jason Bottrill, I think, spoke with the Kraken Hockey Network folks pregame of the Dallas game, and I was just reading through it a little bit. I haven't, I think it's a 9-minute segment. I haven't watched the full thing, but reading through the write-up that Jeff Baker did for the Kraken was that, they're encouraged with where they're at, being in a playoff spot at the time. I think as Jade mentioned before we started that they are technically still in a wild card spot. Fine, right, sure. Um,
As of last night, at least, I can check really quick. Oh
but
yeah,
like
there's still
that they're not in a tanking situation, right? Like that's not how they've built the. If they were, they would have torn down the roster a bit more. They wouldn't have traded for a guy like Mason Marchment, right? Which I mean, I'm not going to say anything for now. We'll hold that. Uh, but I don't know. You're obviously trying to compete. It's just teams know you're going to play boring hockey, and I wonder how much of it is, hey, we know you're not going to be able to score much already with the lack of talent that you've got. So sure, we not be able to score against you, but if you can't score against us, cracks will form. Um, I mean, God, that Islanders game, man. I mean, I feel bad for anybody who watched that. Like, that's rough. That's really rough. I mean, even what going into the shootout, like, you don't have the skill players to go into a shootout and win. Freddie Gaudreau's there. He
Mhm.
does all right, but that's one guy, and he's typically what, a bottom six forward, right? So I also am tired of them running the same guys out there. Can we stop with Jordan Eberle?
The shootouts kill me because we know that that's our weak spot for us. Like we don't do great in the shootout. So yeah, why are we setting the same three guys every time? Like,
This
uh,
doesn't make sense.
especially when they
even
just continuously fail over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You mean we're not supposed to do that?
Ideally, no, but
Oh,
what do I know?
well, I didn't think of that.
I just think it would make sense to try somebody new, like anybody new
That's
at
what
this point.
someone, I think I was talking to RJ or Dylan from Emerald City Hockey after a game like that, and we were just like, the problem is no coach has been around long enough to know to not use the same players because like Hack comes in for a few years and well even then Hack they use the same guys. But like Dan was here for 1 year, so he, repeats the cycle. It's
But
Lane's first year.
it's been consistently the same guys. So like
Right.
if you're
That and you
coming in,
think
you should be watching to see who's been, you know what I mean? Like at least I don't
you
know.
also would think that after what is it, uh
5 years?
I can't remember how many shootouts they've had.
Too many.
This year,
Anyways, yeah, 10 I don't know. Anyways, however many shootouts they've had, you would think that at this point they would realize that
it's four.
it's not four. Okay. It's that sending out the same guys isn't working. You would think that Dan last season would have realized sending out the same guys, sending out Matty Beniers in every single shootout isn't fucking working.
Kills me. He kills me.
And I
It
don't know,
wasn't
like you would
It
think
hurts
that
my
watching
heart.
some game tape or something, you would realize that Matty Beniers for a year and a half at a minimum in the shootout has not worked. So why do you keep doing the same thing over and over? It's like the definition of insanity.
right. It's yeah. Well, and then it's funny with Jordan Eberle, and I make fun of him, but I think at every other stop he'd made in his career, he was actually a pretty good shootout player. And then he got here, and he just decided to forget how to play in the shootout.
Never mind.
Uh, it's like having the yips or something. Just totally forgot how that was supposed to work. So I don't know. I mean, I could totally understand being like, oh, sure, they've been without Jared McCann for most of the year. They've kind of been without Sampo Kako for most of the year. You could be like, okay, like those are two guys that should understandably boost your offensive production. Also, then you're still, maybe it's mean, a pretty middling team offensively, right? You have guys that aren't willing to go to the net. You guys have guys who don't want to shoot. That's a problem. I mean,
Can't
like,
score a goal if you don't shoot, fellas.
no, and that even makes the point of getting net front null because if there's nobody to clean up a rebound, it doesn't matter. I think it was you, Miracle, during the Dallas game. There were some shots and like the rebounds were there, but they're like a second too late to react. And you're sitting there next to me, you're like, God damn it. Why are you so slow? And I was like, oh my God.
We've
But I mean,
historically struggled with rebounds. Like we're just not there to get them.
they're just not there.
And now that we're starting to kind of think like, hey, maybe we should get there, they're just not quick enough to do it. And I'm like, okay, so that's progress, but also you're making me fucking crazy. Just get to the net, please, and do something.
Right. And that's my thing with our friend Blue Eyes. Like you're
That
not
was his
small.
big selling point. That was what he
Right.
was supposed to do.
And you're not
Allegedly.
doing that. And so I'm like, I don't know. I do wonder, like, I think I've brought this up on a previous episode, but it's like, obviously there are different situations from when he was with Dallas. Like you were with more talented players, forwards wise. You didn't have to work as hard as he does in his role now with this team. But like it is the definition of go girl, give us nothing. Like at this point, after the Dallas, I mean, sorry, not the Dallas game, but the Edmonton game, you're giving me less than nothing when you're doing the whole laugh and hide behind the linesman thing, because now Edmonton's all riled up. And like, listen, I like pissing people off as much as the next person, but when you're doing it against a group that can actually make you pay on the penalty kill, I
Well,
mean,
not
I'm
only
not
that,
fucking
but then
around.
sorry, not to cut you off, but not only that, but not the penalty kill, but also then Edmonton players, they're, rougher guys, not that there's really that many of them, but the few that there are start coming after other Seattle players
For
because the
sure.
one guy isn't doing the thing, and then that's how Gaudreau ends up in a fight. That's how Cartier ends up in a fight. And like obviously they both held their own, they both did fine, but then you're not I that's one of those things where it's like you're not being a really good teammate when you're making other people fight the fight for you.
Yeah.
I don't like that personally, but that's also that's my only input on that.
it's also a good point because yeah, I mean it becomes a trickle down effect. If you're not actively also fighting like to handle your own business, yeah, they will go after other guys. And that leads to another problem. This is a group that historically doesn't stick up for each other necessarily, you know? I mean, this is a problem um I think Jade and I had talked about it. I don't know if I've talked about it with Miracle as much. No, no, actually we did talk about it during the Dallas game. Who's in the conversations with, the officials and, who did I see in like a group of orange jerseys during the Oilers game, but Brandon Montour,
Hmm.
not Jordan Eberle.
We talked
Like
about
I'm
this
not
after the Oilers game, so I am also very familiar with this
yeah, Jade and I
line of
texted
thought.
about it. I think Miracle and I talked about it a lot during the Dallas game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because I said I'd be surprised if Monty didn't have a letter next season.
He
Yeah.
Listen to me, Ronald. If you don't give that DJ bastard a letter next season, there already are problems, but there will be more problems.
I honestly,
Like
I was kind of surprised he didn't get it
that's what I'm
this
saying.
season.
When they
Yeah.
what? Because they kept it Ebbs, Maddie,
Lars.
Lars, right? And I'm uh, there are some guys who I kind of that the fan base has maybe wanted to give a letter, and I can understand the point, but disagree with like maybe Vince Dunn. Like, sure,
What? Who said
I've
that?
s- um,
The
there
people of Twitter.
Oh, I
there are
haven't seen that
folks,
one. I
but
always see Canner, and I'm like,
I agree with Jared
I would give
McCann.
Canner a letter,
That's a
yeah.
guy that, to use a Dave Haxtallism, that's a guy that gives a shit. His give a shit meter is high.
Yeah.
Uh, and same thing with Brandon Montour. I
Yeah.
mean, it's tough, right? Because I don't like being the negative guy. I think both of you guys know I generally like to have hope in this little tiny heart, whatever I have left in here. Um, the hope hasn't been crushed out of me yet, which is surprising given my life. But it's difficult to if things continue to go this way, right? Because you don't want to keep letting your guys get beat up like Miracle's cats back there. You
There.
don't, you know, like there's no creativity right now. There's no creativity with the offense. Even guys who have creativity aren't getting a ton of ice time. Um, it's like it's a lot of the reason even last earlier in this year, I look at the Puckpedia thing and you look ahead to the cap space for next off season, and I get so excited because it means more older contracts off the books, and hopefully you're getting younger guys more ice time. Yanni Newman, I re like I'm not saying he's the perfect prospect and he has nothing to work on. He could be a lot better at a lot of things. But I'd rather have a guy who I know can shoot the puck well than guys who are not going to shoot the puck or not go net front. Like the San Jose Sharks have their faults. And the problem is, I'm going to say, even if they are struggling and having fun, they're not struggling anymore. They're winning. Like, we've talked about this, I feel like, on this show.
Mhm.
It's like the younger teams are coming in the Pacific Division because they have decided to say, fuck it, we ball and let the children play and develop and actually let that's tell me if I'm off base here. But to also bring in the revenue thing, because I don't think we've been around since the CNBC revenue like numbers came out. The Kraken are one of the worst teams in the NHL in terms of revenue. They're not losing money, but they're
Shocking.
not making a ton of money. Uh,
I
but
think they
like,
make 1.3 billion or something.
which is on, well, funny enough, hearing the word billion, but is in the lower third of the league in terms of revenue.
It was 1.3 or 1.8, I feel like. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that that's the number that I saw when I saw the tweet about that.
But like, why do you think teams like hockey fans who might not be, in that market are endeared to the Sharks? I mean, they've got players who are young, who have personality, and they have fun. Am I off base in saying that? I think generally that's pretty accurate.
No, I'm not even a Sharks fan, and I have a friend sending me the Will Mac to Foley bobblehead sleepover set. She literally put it in the mail today. Like, I'm not even a Sharks fan, but they have this thing going for them where
They have youth and they
they
have
have
personality.
yeah, fun.
They've, they've
They get
got
to
a
have fun.
they've got a good mix of youth and older guys that know
Oh
how
yeah.
important it is to have fun, which I think is what
Right.
Monty brings a lot for us.
Right.
And we don't foster that enough from him. We didn't give him a letter. Give him a letter. Let him like I've said this before. I fucking hate the Panthers, but look at their locker room. Like those dudes are together all the time, doing shit together all the time, and they have two cups in a
Well,
row.
and that's the
Like,
thing, like I don't mean to cross over, but like part of the reason I'm so excited for the Torrent, not only because they actually have talent on that roster, but
a lot.
like there's personality. Lindy Lobdell is a depth defender. She has a ton of personality. She like really fun to talk to the other day after practice. She said, "Hey, if if you guys see me in public, come say hi." And I was like, "Wow, okay." And like they got to work on their chemistry. Miracle talks about them being together, right? But I see him. I'm who's up at the Ass Crackadon at KCI? Who sees them walking together and now as a group? Me. Like you're seeing that, and so
They all, I know that you weren't there, unfortunately, but Mariah Couples fashion show, all of them
right.
were
But it's a
there.
good point.
They all were there supporting each other. And you walk upstairs. I walked upstairs afterwards, and there's like happy hour happening basically. And they're all in this gigantic group taking 1 million pictures together and hugging and laughing. And there's so much chemistry. They're there for each other and they're having fun. And I think that Seattle has kind of sucked the fun out of the hockey in as far as like the locker room goes.
See, but I don't think it used to be that way.
Not completely, but I think that it has started.
If you look back at previous seasons when we did well,
Yeah.
we also did that well. So I'm like, hmm.
Listen,
And I think that
you
it's
just need
fluctuated depending on who is in and out of, or who, I think it's changed like when there have been trades that have happened, then they start to do really well because somebody's gone that shouldn't have been there. But then I think that they have moments where there is a whole lot of personality in the locker room. And then that starts to feel like, okay, now why are we not having fun playing hockey anymore? When the whole it should be fun no matter what for the viewer and for the players.
I was just gonna say, I think obviously we need the Kraken to record group TikToks like the Torrent are.
Exactly.
Lindy Lobdell in the set. I'm telling you, Lindy Lobdell is becoming. I starting to like Lindy. Um, this comes back to an overarching problem that I've had with this organization for a while. Is that I just don't think they've properly built the culture. This is like obviously that's very important. It's why, getting the Torrent getting a Hillary night in year one so big because you're going to be able to build that literally from the ground up with one of the greatest players to touch the ice ever, let alone women's hockey, but generally hockey, one of the most accomplished players of all time. Excuse me. You know, well, the Kraken and the players that they got from in the expansion draft, there are players who have won cups. That's I'm not saying that none of them have ever done shit, but like obviously, I just don't think it's worked. I don't think they've all clicked into a culture, into a chemistry group that is conducive to winning um, outside of the talent that they have or maybe lack, right? I mean, there are teams who are the little engine that could, but it's because they love each other and they play as a unit. I mean, that's look at year two. A miracle mentioned when they were winning. Look at year two. They
They
had
did
fun.
everything together. They were,
It
yeah,
was
they were
like
taking vacations together. Like,
that's oh god, the fucking boat. Oh
yeah,
my
the
god.
boat,
My God.
I
that
just
infamous
remembered the
fucking
boat.
boat.
Thanks.
You're
But
welcome.
like, well, it's funny because who was it? Jeff Merrick tweeted about Morgan Geeky the day of the shutout loss to Edmonton, and I was like, hey, this is a kick in the balls right now. Can you not talk
Good
about
for
him?
Geeks though, man. He deserves that.
Oh, 100%. I like because that fourth line is very fondly remembered in Kraken fandom, and I'm not disagreeing with that. but like everybody seemed to have one of their favorites, maybe less so after we learned about Daniel Sprong being a weirdo in a nightclub, but like
Yeah.
I was
everyone picked
just
one of
talking
the
about him
three.
in one of my work chats, actually, in a
Mm.
negative way, but he just got brought up like right before we started this.
Oh wow.
He's like a ghost
Um,
that haunts us.
Apparently, he's
but like
I think like one of the top scorers in the KHL right now. So if I start seeing tweets about how Kraken fans are missing Daniel Sprong and it was a mistake to send, no, everyone is wrong.
Please,
They're
let's
better
not
off
do
without
that.
him.
Let's
but
not
like
do that.
largely everybody picked either Ryan Donato or Morgan Geeky, or they loved them both equally. Excuse me, and I don't blame them, but I also think their situations are a little bit different. They're not, both of them have played on higher lines than they ever did with Seattle. Uh, they're flourishing in their respective roles. Good for them. Do I
He's
think
really all that Boston has right now. Bless his heart.
right? Do I think they
The
replicate the
Boston
same
Morgan Geeky.
numbers here? Probably not, but at least they're probably better for the vibes. You know, I mean, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, I hate to bring it up because people go, "Oh, well, they're millionaires. They should, who cares if they're having fun?" I I
But
could
it's
care
hard.
less.
You can't produce if you're
Well, right.
not
Yeah,
having
that's
Every
my
fun and
thing
time.
is
miserable. Like it's all connected. So yes, they have money, but like that
there are
doesn't mean
some
shit.
people, yeah, I could care less if they're having fun or not, but if they're all enjoying it together, I'm sure they'll,
They're gonna play
want
better.
to
Mhm.
play better for each other, have that chemistry. I just don't think that locker room chemistry, that culture of success has built properly. I think it's like if I put a cake in the oven and I kept opening the oven every 5 minutes, it's not going to go well. I'm not a
No.
baking expert, so don't hate on me. Um, you know what I mean? Like that's why I was so as much as he's kind of like piss and vinegar. I was excited for Ryan Lindgren because it seemed like I had heard like reading reports about him as he was good in the locker room. And Freddie Gaudreau, he's a bottom six guy, but what was the same thing about him was that he's good in the locker room. But I think I said this in the lead up to the regular season. Two guys will not change the culture,
Right.
right? So it's just interesting. We're gonna pull up Puckpedia. Oh Lord, Jesus, don't stop me
You
now.
said something about the Jeff Merrick tweet, and have you seen or heard what The Athletic had to say about the Kraken?
Jesus,
Not very nice.
what
It's not
now?
very nice. They said this is just kind of copy and pasting everything that they said because they were talking about the Sharks and the Kraken at the same time. It's easy to make fun of the Seattle Kraken because they play such boring hockey. They're such a boring coach. Everything about it is boring, but it grinds out points. They're going to be there all season long. I'm with you. It's hard to imagine that team actually making the playoffs. Dot 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 dot. It sucks for the podcast to just unanimously agree like this, but I could not believe in the Seattle Kraken less. If I tried to believe in them less, I couldn't do it. I do not believe in that team. Not a shred of me believes in that team. And so that was,
I don't disagree. I
yeah,
mean, I hate to be again super negative, but like just knowing some of the things that I do, I don't see it changing. And I'm still focused on the chemistry thing. You want to talk about strictly this season, right? And about them if they're making the playoffs or not. They can keep playing this defensive hockey. Sure. Who's scoring? Tell me. Tell me. Who's getting better
the
and
ghosts of
shooting the puck?
Kraken past.
Yeah, Morgan Geeky's ghost is going to come in and score 15 goals for this team. Like, so, I mean, unless they decide by the grace of God or whoever that Ryan Donato is praying to that they can start scoring again, then they're screwed. I mean, I love Jared McCann. He can't do it himself. I love Capo
No.
Caco. Don't tell him that he's too tall. But like, it just gets me to this point where I'm looking at this, right? We're looking at the Puckpedia. Jaden Schwartz is a free agent after this season. Jordan Eberle is a free agent after the season. Mason Marchment's a free agent after the season. Ellie Tolvanen's a free agent for this season.
Gonna be a really
Um,
different roster.
and I think it should be
Yeah.
like I don't put a lot of onus on the D. I almost said the D. Oh, decor is right. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. Um, I don't put a lot of onus on the blue line this year because they've largely played pretty well. Uh,
For us, yeah.
right. Jamie Alexiak's a free agent after this year. I think you bye bye. You say bye bye. Say thank you for the commercials. Um,
He did, he has improved this year. I will say
right.
he's done,
He's been better.
He's been
he's
better.
really worked on it and he's growing. But
So net me a second round pick.
I still think it's time that maybe we part ways, Big Rig.
I think he'd enjoy it. I mean, he's I'm not, well, I'm gonna say something. Please don't get offended. He's 32. He's not like old, so I'm sure somebody will go and
He's old
acquire
by
him.
hockey standards. Like you can say it, it's
Right.
fine.
He's been to I think what him and the was it the COVID Cup, where he and Dallas went to the Stanley Cup final. Was that
That was during
the
COVID?
think so?
Dang.
I don't know. I thought you
I've
guys knew more
lost
puck
track
than
of
I did.
time. I usually
Um,
do, but
I swear to God, there's a photo I've seen of him with a Stanley Cup final patch on.
Oh, I don't doubt you. I just didn't know it was during COVID.
COVID. Oh, for sure, bud. Oh
That was
yeah.
before my time.
Oh yeah. Oh, COVID for sure, bud. Oh yeah. Um, anyway, you know, hopefully you can recoup some value there. I mean, you just and this is something that the Emerald City hockey guys have talked about, and other like I've seen fans worried about it. You need to turn guys like Berkeley Catton and Shane Wright loose. I mean, it I need a direction here.
mhm.
That's my thing when it's a team that isn't like I don't have any clear direction. Like the Rain, I'm gonna use the Seattle Rain as an example. During the 2024 season, they were in the middle of this sale, right? This French majority group that owns a couple soccer teams in France bought the Rain in about 2018, and they owned them, and it was bad. They didn't divert any resources to them. They didn't give a shit about them, right? And so they were put them up for sale ahead of the 2024 season. There's a lot of uncertainty. Um, I'm using this as an example to say then there was no vision. They had no young players. It was all kind of middling. They're fine. There's no vision. And I was really worried then. But then they got sold and they've signed a bunch of young players, and those young players actually played for them this last year, and it's why they made the playoffs. I don't see that happening here. Like, no, that's the problem. You have young players. Johnny Newman, Shane Wright, Ryan Winterton. Uh he's 24. Oh, never mind. He's my age. I was gonna say, can we call him young? You've got Berkeley Catton. Like, Cargo's 24. God Jesus Christ. I just but who's picking up the ice time is Chandler Stevenson, um, Jordan Eberle, Mason Marchment. It I need you to pick a lane. Figure it out. Go all in, trade, which going all in with this group sounds terrible. It sounds like me trying to go and I don't know, ask Sabrina Carpenter on a date. It's not gonna happen. Let's not shoot for the stars here. Um, you know, if you're gonna go for it with this core, add. Like you have to add. You need more than this, right? You need more in this forward department. If you're not, then let's figure it out. But I don't. The problem is, I think the organization, like front office, doesn't want them to suck. Like they're not going for McKenna. It was clear that they weren't
Well,
when
yeah,
they,
good luck battling with Calgary for McKenna.
yeah. Well, that was the thing is like I wondered, I was like, okay, you're gonna start doing the fire sale in the offseason, but they didn't. They signed Lindgren, they traded for Marchment. Those are not moves you make if you're tanking,
Hmm.
right? So I don't know. They just don't know what they want to be. It's that meme, why can't you be normal? And it's the kid in the back screaming. They don't know what they want to be.
They really, 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 really need an identity.
right? That's what I'm
And I
saying.
thought that they were so close to having an identity. Having an identity, that's a hard sentence. Um, Closer to the beginning of the year, and then it just I don't man, I don't know. I think it depends.
I just like they
Miracle,
can
what's your
play.
opinion?
Yeah,
About what? Our lack of identity?
Everything. You're nice and quiet over
the
there.
state of this franchise.
I I've stopped trying to figure out what they think that we need to do a long time ago because it doesn't make any sense. They, like
Hey,
you said,
Chicago scored.
they good. Ha. They
It was
Oh,
Tyler
it's
Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi.
I liked Bert for a little bit. He's a weirdo, but
He looks scraggly. He looks
yeah,
like one of the villains from Home Alone.
He
that's
is
why
very
I liked him.
scrungly.
He's his weirdo with his little tiny piece of tape on his stick. He's a freak.
Oh, he does have a. Oh, and it's a
Mhm.
dumbass goal too. Great going, idiot.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Sucks to suck. I forgot what we were talking about now. Oh,
Uh,
just
State of
lack
the
of identity.
franchise, opinions, thoughts.
I don't know, man. I think it depends. I
That's what I'm saying.
don't get me wrong. Like so many other departments do their job so well. Like the marketing and the people who do the game day ops, like the show in-house, the people who do the giveaways. There are a lot of folks who are really good at their job and that are good people who are around here.
I'm so pissed I missed the gravy boat.
I was there, but I didn't get one. It's cute.
Yeah, know people. Um,
I know you. That's about it.
no habla inglés. Um, and then it just goes, unfortunately, obviously the product on the ice is what a majority of people know. So there are folks who just, I wish the other groups could be spotlighted by like a successful team because obviously when you win, everything is, everyone looks at everything and then people are maybe more willing to listen to stories about people who are around the organization. Um, the branding has always been there, but the success on the ice hasn't. I just wish it's, when you have the different like bar graph and some things are better than others, the play on the ice is not really ever matched up with how good the branding has been. And so, yeah, the identity, well, I mean, that's the problem with the identity. They can be this defensive hockey team all they want all year long. I think they're going to stick with that. It's what Lambert's been good at, right? But if
And
they
that's
don't
what he
have
told
the
us he
goal
was gonna
support,
do. So
that's the thing is like he told me something and it happened and I was happy about it. I don't
but
like being lied to.
can we now focus on two things? Like,
Well, right. And that, well, even the power play, we have to go to the power play
do
because
we
I
have
swear to
to?
God,
Soft.
unfortunately, yes, I'm sorry, hon, but yes, the everything last year when Jessica Campbell was like the main person in charge of the power play is that the woman bad, the woman suck job. But now
Like we
nobody's
knew it would
going
be.
for Chris Taylor's job. Why isn't anybody doing that?
You know why? You know exactly
Yeah.
why. Chris Taylor
I just
is
had to say it though.
not a woman.
I had to say it. It's also funny, like, didn't you feel like the Kraken assistant coaches, like the fan base knew them more in years past
Yes.
with like Lowry and Chris Briere, Steve Briere, sorry, not Chris Briere. I think that's someone else. Like Schneekloth and Taylor, do people actually remember them? They know Lambert and they know Jess.
Yeah, it's super. That is an interesting point. We used
Like
to
I
be,
get that those other guys were around longer, but like even I think year one, people knew who Lowry and I think they were just more front facing. Here it's just kind of like they exist on the bench. Um, yeah, no, my point though is like they can keep playing that level of hockey, but if they can't score, it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose 1-0, 2-1, maybe 3-1. You throw in an empty net goal, or things truly collapse and it like Edmonton happens, right? Um,
I don't know if I got more of those in me, guys. We can't keep
I,
doing it.
that's why
Edmonton's
I try to not be super negative because like what we do is enjoyable. Being around like there are some great people on that team, and it's fun to be there and to do this. But it's also like there are
it's really
people who
exhausting, honestly. Like,
it can be exhausting, especially like if you're a season ticket holder, you're spending a substantial amount of
mhm.
money and time to go to games, whatever. Like I can understand why people, you know, don't want to do it as much. Like it's
And then I know it has to be hard on them, like the guys playing too, because they take all that
oh
into
yeah.
account. Like they know all these people are depending on them, but it's not getting better, and it's just I think we're stuck in like this vicious cycle of like
Yes.
I was
let's
gonna
just
say there are nights where I come home and Haley's like, "How's the game?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." And it's like 1 a.m. and I'm just like sitting in the chair and I'm like, head in my hands. I'm like, I'm so tired. And then they went into overtime and then they went into a 8 round shootout. I don't actually think that's been that many yet this season, but like they went
It
into a
could go.
long ass shootout. And then, we obviously still have so much to do after the game. And then I still have an hour and a half hour commute home. And it is very exhausting, the kind of hockey that they're playing right now. I
and
feel like for
like
everybody involved, it has to be exhausting for them too.
it has to be. They can't because like we said, they're not having fun anymore. Or it doesn't look I can't speak for them. It doesn't look like they're not
Yeah.
having fun anymore. So like
And not to do the parasocial thing where I feel like you can tell by the way that it looks, but like you can tell by the way that it looks when they're on the ice having fun versus not.
Oh yeah. So no, it's like I know we have some folks who they don't like maybe it's not like the reality of the I guess arguably it is the reality situation, but they don't like to look at that dark reality. They like to try and live in the enjoyable parts, and I understand that.
it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
because that's usually
yeah,
me.
no,
I usually
100%. And
don't
I'm
want to
not
be like, but
right,
there's
and
only
I
so
don't
so long you
live
can
like
bury your
this on
head
a
in the sand.
I don't think like this on a day-to-day basis. I don't go to a game and be like, "Oh, yes, the indomitable fear and doubt and worry and sorrow of the Kraken franchise." No, I go and do it and I have a positive attitude. I get excited when they score goals. I when Phil or Joey makes a great save. But it's just when there's these inflection points, right? Where again, this is a big stretch. You're gonna play Edmonton, who, God forbid, you are the reason that they start to wake up. Like
I mean,
it's
we have that history of being that team that's like, oh, hey, this team's really, this team is really like struggling. And it's fine, they're going to play the Kraken and the Kraken will fix them. So we have that reputation already.
as
So,
soon
like,
as that game ended, that's exactly what I thought. Um,
and it is about the time that, the Oilers start to turn their shit around.
see
So
what I'm saying? You
here
see
we
what I'm
go.
saying?
Yep.
You're
Like
welcome,
you're gonna
Edmonton.
play a bunch of teams that are in playoff positioning coming up or are near it. Um, you don't really have pushovers coming up. And I argue that Calgary is a pushover, but you historically have not done great against Calgary either.
I was going to say, but I do think
Well, I
we
mean,
get
Calgary also just fucking kills the Kraken every time they play them.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's literally what I'm saying.
that's
yeah,
because we get this. Again, I can't
Oh,
speak for them, but I feel like we get in our heads like, it's fine, it's Calgary, or it's fine, it's San Jose, and then look, San Jose fucking
it's fine. It's the
clobbers us,
worst team in the league. No biggie. We don't have to play. They don't have to play like anything. And then they go in and
play down, and get our
the
asses
problem is that
kicked.
they play down to whatever team they're playing, and that's not sustainable. And then
they don't
having
have the talent to overlook people. They don't.
yeah, and then they have the least goals. What is it?
At least goals scored.
And then most goals say what the fuck is the stat? Hold on, I have it open on my phone.
Oh, wow. They have the least goals scored by 7.
In the
Um,
league.
Yeah.
yes.
Cool.
But they've given
Uh
up the second lowest
yeah,
behind
second highest in the league
Colorado.
for goals against and lowest for goals for.
That's crazy.
And
They
that's
are
just
such polar op.
not
That's why I'm saying you can play this system all you want, and maybe you get lucky and a puck goes in off somebody's ass, but that's not gonna happen as much as it would
Mhm.
be funny. It's not gonna happen every night. It's like
Right.
what you mentioned the athletic article about them. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. How sustainable is that?
It is interesting because, like we said, Lambert's doing exactly what he said. He said he was going to come in and focus on defense, and he has. But then,
Yeah.
like, when do you switch that up? Like, you honestly don't let it stop. Like, you want to keep fostering that defensive mindset and keep them going, but
Right.
also, like, when do you get the offense started? Like, how do
You
you?
have
Yeah.
to find some jolt. Yeah.
And I think that finding that balance in that is going to be what I don't want to say fixes us because I don't know if that we're necessarily broken. We've had what four, 3, 4 losses, and it's not. I feel like it's with the
Losses like
condensed
overall or
in a row, like this
oh,
streak,
okay.
Oh,
not overall. Way more than
I
that.
was like, Jesus, Miracle, you're giving them way more credit than
No,
they need.
I mean like this losing streak is like 3 or 4 in a
seven
row.
losses in regulation, six in overtime.
Oh
I'll
boy,
see myself out.
please do.
Um, hey, the children come together
It
for
is
that one
funny.
streak.
I hate,
Oh
but I
yeah,
think
they've
it's funny.
lost three in a row. Um, four of their last six. Um,
So it's not like
six,
I don't know like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's over. We're gonna go right back to where we were.
but this
But it's
is an
not
important moment of
looking
the
great.
season.
Yeah. So like if you're gonna get going, please now would be the time.
It
Please,
is they're
switch it.
at 29% of the way through the season. It's
Which is
like
crazy.
29.34 or something before the game on Thursday. I
29?
literally only know this because Offside News asked me to write a quarter of the way through the season thing, and I was like, yeah, sure, of course. I'm not going in anything like game, whatever. Super brief facts. I can do that. And I did it, and I was like, wow, this is so deep into the season. That's fucking insane.
It's crazy. I feel like it just
And
started.
then I was like, and they're still just,
Us.
eh, they're just, they
Like
exist.
we're it's my brain can't wrap around like, yeah, we're almost 30% into the season, but also like we just barely started. Like there's still a lot of season left, but also not really.
Hmm.
There's really not a lot of season left.
And like I know that American Thanksgiving is like the benchmark for is a team going to make playoffs, but this year obviously it's a little bit more
Ah,
condensed with the alleged Olympics, except for
yeah, we'll see
those
There might
about
aren't
not
that,
be a
looking
buddy.
rink.
hot.
There's nowhere to skate.
Yeah. So I know that like usually American Thanksgiving is like the point where everyone's like, okay, cool, who is making playoffs? Like you can really start to like build
See
things
it
out
think
from
out.
here. That's just not the case this year because even though it is still the quarter mark of the season, it's been so funky because there's been 1 million injuries. Actually, there's been fucking barbecue and kitchen injuries. Like I don't know. This season is a season that I've never seen before personally. So I feel like it's been really hard to kind of decipher what's going to happen, who's doing what,
I
where
don't feel
things
like
are going to go.
you can't count anybody out yet this
Yeah,
season,
I
except
s-
Calgary. Sorry, Calgary.
I'm not.
I mean, against us, no. But like
Yeah,
you just you don't know
that's
because the
true.
season is so fucking weird. Which I mean, it's
it's
kind of fun to watch, but also it's kind of
yeah,
like it makes me dread watching sometimes because I'm like, oh God, who's gonna get hurt now? Or what crazy thing's gonna happen this game? Like,
Hmm.
why can't it just be
first
normal?
ass season.
Just have a normal season.
Incredibly cursed season, incredibly cursed Olympic
If
You know
they
what
go,
though?
if they go.
Can
I
you
mean,
imagine
if
if they
it's
don't, if it doesn't happen and they've condensed the season this much and so many people have been injured? Like, that's, I would be mad as hell.
I would quit my job personally.
I'd be like, you
Like
know
I
what,
know that
guys?
that's not an option, but I would figure out a way to do it anyway.
you're retiring, yeah. Why?
Yep. No Olympics.
Dumbass schedule. Are you sure? Yes.
I
Okay.
mean, it's a tough
Positive.
schedule. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking hard. And then for them to do this and then just not have the Olympics would be
Hmm.
woo.
So yeah, it's I don't know. Again, I don't want to sit here and look at you and be like nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. But it's I have concerns, and it's because I think um like I talked to Just Campbell the other day, um, yesterday, in fact. Wow, time is fake. Uh about the torrent, and I got to write that piece up still. Um, but like it's funny thinking, oh, it's like people, oh, why would you give Seattle a hockey team? And I think the fan base out here has been great. I think the fan base supports this team in a lot of different ways. I think they deserve better than what they've gotten product wise on the ice. People really buy into this. Um, I think anybody who says that it was stupid to expand to Seattle are dumb generally because it's typically the folks with the Barstool Sports like affiliate tag, and I don't think those people should be allowed to speak. Um,
Real.
But you could argue it's a mistake because of how Ron Francis has run this team. Sure, sure. But in terms of the fan support, freaking did wrong. Fuck off.
It doesn't make sense to me to take it out on the fans and like
No,
they haven't done anything wrong. They've been loyal to their team, even when the team's been bad.
they've
Like
been painfully loyal.
they
So
still
like
show up.
it's difficult because I want better for them. You know what I mean? That's why I get so annoyed at this because I'm like I'm trying to find a way to be positive and steer this direction and drive a narrative home. And I'm having a hard time doing it. You could look at the youth. You can look at Jake O'Brien. Jake O'Brien that they drafted in the first round this last year is playing really well. Where is he going to play?
That's the
Tell me
thing.
where he's going to play.
Like
Because you've got Chandler Stevenson signed until the dawn of time. Yes, we're going backwards actually. Matty Beniers is signed through 7 years. Sure, like fine. Um, Shane Wright, like you don't give him ice time. Berkeley Catton's traditionally a centerman. You put him on the wing now. Um, where's he playing? Tell me. And especially if you're going to keep the old guys around, like it gets even worse. So I don't
They're
know.
just
I
gonna
was going
magically start making up positions for all these other people.
the Jake O'Brien position. What does he do? I don't know. Go play it.
he does Jake O'Brien stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you need a Jake
Uh,
O'Brien? Okay, here's a
Got
10th
him.
line. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, you
That
want
was.
any other D-man up? Okay, you have to have a
Oh
18th
yeah,
line
Blake
D pairing
Fiddler,
or 18th pairing.
18th pairing.
That's how it feels.
Uh, it's tough. It's funny. I was gonna rag on the PP, but that sounds so bad. I was gonna rag on the power play, but it's funny enough. They're not even ranked in like the bottom five. They're like the 12th worst penalty power play in the league, which maybe the Edmonton game made it feel even worse. But I really thought they
There's
were a lot
there
worse than
has
that.
been some improvement, and in the Edmonton game, so
Yeah, I don't know. I just people argue. I've heard like NHL scouts and some national writers be like, "Well, they have the talent. Like those are guys who should be able to score on a power play." Looking at this roster, and I'm like, "You think
Hmm.
it's been 5 years with moderate, like minor changes? Because it's largely been what Vince, Jaden Schwartz, Jordan Eberle, Jared McCann.
the usual
You know,
suspect.
it's typically that sort of group. Mix Matty Beniers in there. Um, you know, that's disgusting. Most goals since November 1st. McKinnon, Robertson, Hagel, and then Tyler Bertuzzi. What the hell the polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Um,
Okay, that doesn't
so
feel real.
yeah, I don't know. I try to not be. I promise you, I'm not being super. Wow, the world is ending. Everything burn on purpose. It's just I want for there to be better for this organization.
I want
Um,
better.
Where we're
and
at right now, this is how it is right now.
this is how it is, and this is an important stretch of the season. And hey, they could figure everything out and play really tight defensive hockey. And Jared McCann could, Jared McCann and Capo Caco being back could really help this offense.
I think it'll definitely spark something
I hope.
having them back. I
I
don't know.
hope.
I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think it'll. I'm hopeful it's not going to be the same for what we've seen. Will it be better? Will it be worse? Stay tuned, but I don't think it's going to be the same.
Miracle provides hope. Miracle provides the light in the pitch
I
black dark.
am trying. But it's not been a good stretch, so it's been difficult.
Miracle provides glow light in the dark void.
Yeah, I was gonna say it always
The
feels like
abyss.
I'm the most negative, and then you guys flip-flop between like super, super positive and like very middle of the road. Like, okay, I see the bad, but also like there's good, and I'm just like bad, bad all the time. It's all terrible.
I
This episode, it's both two of us bad, and then Miracle is holding up a flashlight in the like
Yeah.
SpongeBob, like the episode where he takes the wrong bus and ends up in the super dark part
in the abyss.
in the
Yep.
abyss. Yeah, that's where it kind of is right now.
Also, I would like to talk about the third jersey curse. I
God damn it.
I have been like, I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon. I still think it's a little too soon, but I'm starting to see what y'all are saying now.
That's
We'll
that's
see.
that goes to my point though about like I you know I think it could be better. I think if you made the numbers like the glowy color, the entire number, not just the outline, it would be better.
Yeah, I can't.
Because it's
I
hard for
cannot.
people to see.
I don't know who anybody is when we're up top.
I
The
can't see
Right.
shit out of these things. I can't see shit out of these things when I have glasses on. I can't see the numbers. I don't know. I'm just like, huh, that looks like this person skating. I think it might be that person. Hopefully it's that person before I tweet and sound like an idiot.
the first game that I saw them at, I literally had my phone out, like zooming in on the ice, like, who
Hmm.
the fuck is that? What number is that? It was pretty bad. It's getting a little better, but like, no. But I don't know. I was holding out hope that it wasn't going to be like the reverse retros. I'm still holding out hope, but I'm
They got
starting
a
to see
point in
that
the first game and have
yeah,
decided to not get points in any more.
they said no more. But I did see, aren't we wearing them in an away game?
Yep, against Edmonton.
That's
That's what I thought. Yeah, Edmonton.
okay.
Because Edmonton's wearing their cool. I'm mad that I like those jerseys, man. Those look cool.
They look so good.
I'm so mad.
Which one of these? Do I just
They're
look up?
I
What do
don't
I
know what
look up?
they're for. They have a Edmonton's got a cool new
Is
like
it an
cream.
alternate?
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's an alternate or like a I don't know what it's
Oh, this one with like the squiggly Oilers. Oh, was it announced in September?
sounds about right. It's
Kind
like
of fake.
cream and orange.
It's okay.
I like it. I like
I
it better
enjoy it.
than Arthur's. Shh.
Mm.
I considered
All
getting
of a
a
sudden,
Skinner
Miracles
version of
connection
that,
really
but
bad. Oh no.
I considered
It's
getting a Skinner one of that, but I also don't know how long Skinner's going to be there. So,
Oh, I know. Poor
yeah,
Stuart.
Stuart.
Stewart
Stewart. Oh, that would
mustache.
actually explain why Joey keeps wearing his third jersey pads at practice. Got it.
Hmm.
Well, because they don't play
Oh,
another
yes.
home game.
Yes.
This
I'm on board.
I
I'm like,
I
what do you
was one.
mean?
I was like, brother, you guys are going on the road. I was like,
But
what the fuck are you doing?
those pads look much better than the regular ones. I'm sorry. Love you, Joey, but the black pads are and
This
the
break
matte
has
ones.
I'm
been so nice from them.
hmm?
The break, the couple day break that everyone's gotten from them, it's been really nice. I'm sure that it's
It's
nice
good
for
for
them to
them
see.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
know they got to have their little Christmas shindig at KCI, and then
yeah. How did the public find out about that?
Stevie said something about it in
Oh,
post
that's right.
game.
Okay. Yeah, it was like someone posted pictures from it, and I was like, those didn't get posted anyway.
Well, and Wags were posting on their stories.
Ah, that's right. I always forget that because I don't follow any of that.
But originally it was Stevie that said something about they had a Christmas party the following day and that would get their minds off of it, whatever, whatever. And then it turned into obviously having the couple days off. And I think that that's beneficial for everybody. I think it's beneficial for the players, the coaches, team staff, like everybody take a breath, regroup,
Especially
come
going
back.
back to play Edmonton again. Like
Yeah,
they're gonna need that.
I think that
Just
it's I fucking hate the schedule this year. This entire NHL, not even just Seattle, the entire NHL schedule makes me angry this year. But
it's
after that
weird.
Edmonton game and then immediately going back to play Edmonton, I think that's not
That's cruel and
not
unusual.
going to end well for either team. I have a little bit of fear,
Only a little bit.
only a little bit.
Okay.
I
I
really
mean,
like,
Yeah.
hey, I like chaos. I like fights. I aspire to see a line brawl in real life at every game.
Well,
this might be one because the Edmonton's, they've had a rough go of it, and
Well,
now
it's not
they're
gonna be
all
in
like,
real life if I'm watching on the TV.
oh, I forgot it's away. They were just
Yeah.
here. We were
well,
literally just talking about it.
I don't think they're gonna get into any beef with Detroit on Saturday. So,
I don't know,
No.
um,
man. Detroit and Boston was that tonight? I don't know.
yeah, but
What is the time?
those are two unk teams. They're old. Like they got like historical history. The Kraken are like a baby. Someone I forgot what it was, but it was some tick. I know I gotta stop. Like I shouldn't give people in comment sections any benefit of the doubt. But
Oh, I've been
some
fighting in comment sections all day, so
I
let's go for
forgot
it.
what it was, but it was the Kraken about something. Oh no, sorry, no, different hockey team. Someone. Oh, it was a Minnesota Frost fan was like, "Oh, well, the Frost have two cups." But the Torrent, I was like, "The Torrent just started. You are
They're
arguing with a
literal
newborn.
infants.
You are arguing with a newborn. Like, stop."
They've played one fucking game.
It's literally that I don't remember what comedy. It must be a comedy skit or a show. It was like, "Dumbass baby looking at me, dude. Dumb little face." I'm like, "What are you doing? Shut up." So, yeah, I started it. I am the one at fault. If you have problems with the negativity of this week's show, you can blame me. Um,
I don't
yeah,
think it's
literally
okay.
all I had on my agenda was the current stretch and a vibe check, and the vibe has gone down
Vibes are
into
dipping. They are dipping.
um, I guess hmm, I guess we shouldn't end on that. We need to find something positive to talk about. What I guess what is there positive? That's not a good way to phrase it. What positives would you take from this? I do think it's nice. I was worried about you could look at this negatively. I was worried about Joey after the injury he had, but he played really well. I mean, the final scoreline mm, isn't necessarily reflective of it the last two games, but I think he's been really big for them the last few games, and um, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I had doubts when he signed his contract extension. I was like, hey, you're giving this guy 5 years based off of like a year and a half of success. I mean, he's what they have asked him to be, but you obviously haven't given him enough help. So I will use that. Oh, and I saw Matt Murray yesterday, and he seemed in good spirits,
Good.
largely because he had learned that I got a Carhartt jacket because of him.
I was gonna ask
So
you about that. That's fun.
he walked back and he was like, "Did you really get it because of me?" And I was like, "No, I just pulled it out of my ass." What do you think, Matt? Like what? So that those are my positives. I think we need to find something here because otherwise this is a very negative not narcissistic, but a very negative episode. I will open that up to whoever wants to find positive.
I'm I was waiting for Miracle to go. I'm
I
super
don't
jazzed that Phil is having a better season. That makes me really happy. I am
Yeah.
not gonna say that I'm the biggest Philip Grubauer lover that came out with very combined words.
Billist.
Yeah, I love that guy because I know that that spot belongs to Milo. I'm not gonna steal Milo's
Hi, Milo.
shine.
There's the
Uh,
annual Milo mention. We got
yeah,
one.
Hi.
but I
Everybody
do
wave to Milo.
love I do love Phil. And it makes me very happy to see him doing so much better this year. And I know that it's only been a few games and the sample size isn't that big, blah 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 blah. What I I don't care.
His
He's
record is
doing
four
better.
zero and 1.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's so
he's doing
fun.
really well. And mm, Matt Murray hasn't had any wins yet,
This
but
is
he also has the highest save percentage on the team so far. And like, so it's really cool to see another guy getting a second chance with the Kraken. Like, I know that not everybody deserves this. And the Kraken can't be the second chance handout team. That's not going to work long term.
We're
But
trying though.
yeah, they are trying. But it is also nice to see two not so great historically goaltenders doing much better this year.
I wonder that part of me thinks that that's probably um oh no, the man's name just left my head. Our goalie coach.
Julianello. I should
Thank
talk
you.
to him.
Yep.
I was like,
Maybe I'll talk
I
to
just
him
had it. It
tomorrow.
was gone. Like, because Phil talked him up big time after he was down in Coachella. So like,
Right.
it's good
Yeah.
to see them whatever they had there working here too. So
And him and
Whatever they
Matt
had there.
grew up in
I don't know
or
everything.
they're from the same area and trained together over the summers or
I
whatever.
gotta
So
write that.
they have a good relationship. And obviously Joey worked
Thunder
with him
Bay.
in Coachella, but like it's nice seeing not Joey shining, not just Joey shining.
Yeah, I gotta write that up.
That's my positive.
Me talk to Matt Murray. I guess I'll end up. I should talk about this because I mentioned, the great folks who work in the, the marketing and the fan experience. and I don't know the exact title, but the like a week or two ago, the like some of the giveaway nights um were unveiled. You know, they do the little like you don't know what they're gonna be. Um,
I was
but
gonna go
those
buy
have been
something.
unveiled. There's the Chandler Stevenson. You can get him like this group of people. There's a group of bobbleheads behind me. There's a Chandler Stevenson Yeet Fish coming up on December 10th. It's in 8 days against the Kings for 10,000 fans. I'm usually not a big reusable cup guy because I already have too many cups, but I do like the reusable cup, cold cup they're going to give away
Oh, I
January
haven't seen that one.
6th, full arena giveaway.
Did they post a
January-
picture of that one already? I didn't see that.
It's a
Yes,
third jersey style, right?
it's like a
Ooh.
white, like spackly, like splattery background and the black their
Does it
jersey
does it
Kraken
glow?
logo. I mean, it could. I don't see that on the listing here. That's against Boston, January 6th. I think
Oof.
underrated pick for the best one is the Bowie Nightlight.
If it's
Uh,
if it's anything like the gritty nightlight, I don't know if y'all can he's hiding up there. Those things are solid. Like they are chunky.
Oliver was so bummed. He really wanted to be able to draw something for the kids' night, and you have to be fucking 10, between like 10 and 16 to even do a drawing.
Like a picture drawing?
that.
Yeah.
It should
Like
be
to like
like
draw a logo or
like
whatever, between 10
child
and 16.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we were both
discrimination.
very bummed when we learned that. But
Discrimination.
yeah, then he was like, "Can you take me anyway?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll sure try." And he was like, "I want a Bowie nightlight." And I was like, "Okay, sure.
So you
I'll
have to
do my
be the first
best."
5,000. If I
Are
will
they only
personally
giving it
fight
away to
somebody,
kids? This is
Yeah.
my issue
5,000
with
kids.
the Kraken kid giveaways. I want them too, guys. I want the slippers. I want the nightlight. Like I
I
understand.
want the
Kraken kid
slippers
giveaway.
so bad. I yearn for Bowie foot slippers.
I'm gonna like there's a bunch of them resellers, but I'm like, that's so much money when you got them for free. That's
Hmm.
rude. But like I understand kids first, but also like I want them
I
too.
don't care. I want them.
I want them
Insert
too.
the Michael Jordan "fuck them kids" meme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, first 5,000 kids, January 19th, 2 p.m.
See,
against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
that's the day before my birthday. They should give it to me anyway.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Oh,
Um,
I have to have that one.
I'll see
Matches
what
my
I can do.
green.
I already have to. I'm already like making sure that we're gonna get one for Oliver. So, um,
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Oliver first for sure.
well, I was already. You mentioned it. I already thought about it. If he didn't
Okay.
get one, I would have fought children. You don't want me
I
to get.
told him that I would fight children, and he was like, "You don't have to do that, Mom." And I was like, I don't care. I'll take a kid
I
over."
don't care. The luggage tag that was really slated for an earlier game has been rescheduled to January 25th. That one had issues in transit. That is January 25th, the all black third jersey luggage tag.
Pretty
I
cool.
don't need luggage tags, but it looks pretty cool.
I
First
have
10,000 fans.
the original luggage tag, the like white jersey one. Maybe not
Right.
original, but the uh older ones. And that thing has seen some fucking trips and it is hanging in really well. So their luggage tags are good quality, or at least they used to be.
You guys have killed me. I'm trying to do an ad read here.
No, you gotta get our commentary too.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
it's a
January
good selling
25th,
point.
1 p.m. versus the
Devils.
they're using the same image but different listed date. Because yeah, it says 1 p.m. versus the Devils, but the
Oh,
picture is still the Rangers,
yes, it is.
November 1st. Yeah, first 10,000 fans for that. And then I love when these folks get to be creative because then we get the Brandon Montour bobblehead, the DJ Monty bobblehead, which is
I can't wait to see him interact with that. That's gonna be fun.
I think that's top five bobbleheads they've ever done, in my opinion. Because
It's
like
it's pretty damn
the
good.
the
I love that
maestro
one.
that they did with like the conductor sheet and it actually like having detail in it, the like let's go Kraken, that's got to be top five. Um, I throw the Adam Larson hat with the V-neck in there, right? Jordan Everly, the hat trick, not necessarily because it's Jordan Everly, but because it's got the hat in it in the wall. So that's three. And then I put the goalies in there because goalies and
Because
bobbleheads.
goalies.
I would probably
But
say the
then
John Forslund one too, with the
shit.
like
Sorry, John.
speaking aspect of it.
Sorry,
My
John.
does the
Okay,
Mine
we'll
Monty
is
bump.
dead,
does the
but
Monty one make music or like noise?
That's a great question. I don't think so. It's not listed on there.
Doesn't
Um,
matter. It's still amazing. They gave him
it's got
tattoos.
some tattoos on there, right? It's got
They
the
gave him a sleeve.
headphones.
Come on.
Um, 7 p.m. January 27th versus the Capitals, the first 10,000 fans. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
It's
And
gonna
then
be
the
a
other
busy
ones that
week.
haven't been unveiled are the hand flag, March 12th versus the Avs. And then there's the fan appreciation item, which is obviously not named yet, April 13th versus the Kings. Um, Briefly, the special ticket offers, because some of those items are pretty cool, but you obviously have to buy the special ticket for that. There's the college nights. I'm not going to say who the next college night is because I don't like that school. Um,
if
not
it's a
doing that.
school that I'm thinking of, I almost wore a thrifted Mariners hoodie of theirs, and then I got too warm tonight for this podcast. And then I got too warm. So
I continue. I think the next, because they have the Kraken Common Thread nights. The next one is the Indigenous Peoples Night, um, on December 16th, but that's at capacity, so that's sold out.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
oh yeah.
Next
The
one, this is
special
really cool.
tickets or like the actual just game day?
The special tickets.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, dang.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
I guess
impressive.
people really want to see the Avs. The next really cool one, I wish they did this as like a normal thing, like a giveaway or sold it, but the December 28th game against the Philadelphia Flyers, you ever heard of that team, guys? Is Educators Appreciation Night,
That's
and
me.
your special ticket includes a bento box, Kraken themed bento box. It actually
That's
looks really cool.
clever.
It
I
looks
like
good.
that.
So bad.
It looks good, man.
That's super
Um,
clever for educator night. I like that. See, they're
the
just smart. Like they think about themed
That's what
giveaway
I'm
shit.
saying is
Like
that these people do such a good job. I wish the team was good so that everybody. Ah,
I've heard people, nope, never mind. I'm not going to bring negativity back into it.
I like the
oh,
self-censoring as it's coming out of your. I've heard that. No, never mind.
we're doing an ad read. Not really. I just told these people who actually work really well, and this is not like I'm not getting paid by the Kraken. I wish. Hey, you guys want to give me money after I said all these bad things about your team?
They can give me
No,
money.
they
Yeah.
they did a great job, and so I wanted to kind of highlight these things. And it helps them because if people don't know about these things, they'll buy tickets to them. They're doing January 6th is Olympic National Park night. I think they've done these the last few years. I think last year it was a blanket with a design on it, but it's a water bottle with Defend Our Parks. It's got a nice little design. I think it's one of these Nalgene's. I love a Nalgene. Obviously there's Pride Night. Oh, there's Pickleball Night, so you could get a pickleball in a paddle case.
Are they
Yeah,
doing
the
a
rest,
special giveaway for Pride Night or no? For the special ticket?
I don't know. There's a special ticket offer. It says includes ticket, and a portion of your ticket purchase will go to Seattle Pride. I don't see an item
Amazing.
on the
They had
hockey
a last year it was a
tracking
tote, but I
comment
don't
thread.
think it said anything on there for that
Yeah,
year. So maybe
I don't
not.
think they're doing totes on these nights. At least they're not showing them in the design for
I don't
the.
think they are either.
It's a good pointing.
Probably a lot of
Um,
it's probably hard work to coordinate all that.
Well, they
yeah,
also have a lot of totes left over at the end of the season
Yeah.
from what I
right.
know of last season. So I feel like not
Might
wanting
have
to
been a
allocate the
business
funds.
decision. Healthcare Appreciation Night on March 4th. Yay, another Chicago goal.
Hmm.
Includes a ticket and a scrub top. So if you're trying to rep the
That's
Kraken while
cool.
working your job in healthcare, which
That's amazing.
That's a
sure.
really good one.
Um, we're almost to the end, I promise you. There's a Bring Your Vestie night, which I'm sure is Bring Your Bestie. March 12th. There's a ticket and a Kraken vest. It's not bad. But my favorite of them all, and this is not surprising to anybody, is April 9th versus Vegas is Mariners night. And with your ticket, there is a Kraken themed Mariners hat. This is a nice green, emerald green color. There's like Kraken logo on the front and the Mariners hat logo on the back. I am hoping through some shred of a doubt. Oh, wait, there are other theme nights. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to turn our swag back on. Okay,
I'm gonna start buying
now's your
it.
time. Um,
Oh, good. I'm gonna have to start buying Haley's parents tickets to games for giveaways that I want. Can't usually get.
I really hope they do the crossover thing that some teams have done where like they have like Mariners themed jerseys or something
I'm surprised we
selfishly.
haven't yet. Like,
They got to do it. This is the year, man.
especially with the Mariners freaking killing it. Like this
That's
would
what
have,
I'm saying.
yeah.
There are theme nights. Youth Sports Night is December 14th. January 19th is that kids game. I think we just talked about that. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure Bowie will be wearing something for that. But April 4th is the Mascot Madness game when all the mascots come out. I think I missed that last year and I was really upset. I wanted to see Carlton Bear.
Oh,
Um,
Carlton.
You were there.
was I? I
I'm pretty sure. I feel like we talked about all the different mascots.
wanted to see
Didn't they
Gert.
didn't they do like a skate too, like an open skate at the
They
ice
do the
park?
Yeah,
skate.
and they had they did the Breakfast Club video on the
Yeah.
Twins
Right.
before.
Yes.
I
Okay,
feel like
maybe
you
I
were
was
there.
there.
I think
Yeah.
I might have been there too. Now that you said that, I don't
I
remember.
just I get really old, you know.
Shut up.
Before Miracle kills me, we'll get out of here.
Anyways, I really like mascot nights. Oliver, I'm sure, is going to be super jazzed. He is obsessed with mascots. That's how I've gotten him into hockey is the mascots.
That's fun.
I'll take it. That works for me.
That's not a bad way to get into it,
I know.
especially when
Loves Bowie
listen,
and Fuego and Gritty. And that's a good
Seattle
The Holy
Magazine did
Trinity.
their Seattle Magazine did their best Seattle mascot, and it was Doppler. And I love Doppler, and Doppler's fine, but it should have been Bowie. That's bullshit. I don't know who the hell reads Seattle Magazine, but they voted wrong. That's bullshit. As much as someone was talking to me today, they were like, "I thought you and Bowie had beef." I was like, "No, Bowie and I are like estranged lovers. Like Bowie just touches my head all the time." What? And randomly likes my tweets. I don't think we're in beef.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
not
me
aware.
uncomfy when Bowie likes my tweets. I'm like, I didn't tag you in this. Why are you here?
It's a troll. What do
That's
troll
how I feel when
activities?
Victory Green likes my tweets without me tagging
What?
them. Oh yeah, Victory Green is frequently in my likes. No tagging, no nothing, no mascot, no Dallas Stars, no nothing.
Victory Green,
Victory
that's another
Green.
fun one though.
Yeah.
Victor, what
That's
the
another good
fuck you be
mascot.
doing? Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. I apologize for the state of reality that we hit because I could say negativity, but I also feel like it's reality. But
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
think it was necessarily negative. I
I
think it was
think I
just,
bored your cat to
oh
sleep time
no.
back there.
He looks like he died. You good?
Look at that.
Hey, okay.
He's like, "Can you fuck off?"
Oh, I'm getting side eye. He's mad.
Yep. Big stretch.
He's
All
mad.
right. Yeah. Next game Thursday at Edmonton. They're back in action Saturday against Detroit. Back at home. Well, Milo mentioned. We had one Milo mention. Milo has seen that mention now.
We got to start counting, like for real.
Hmm.
There should be a
We're
graphic.
we're already at least in the tens. Um, yeah, and then back on Monday against Minnesota. So
Minnesota.
we'll have to figure out a time, I think, somewhere in between. So anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out. But I'm glad that
Hopefully they'll
if you're,
figure it out too.
yeah, we'll see. Hey,
Yeah.
Miracle again provided the hope in the dark void of Jade and I. So we'll see. And disco ball that's up in the corner of my. It's actually above where I sleep. So if I like didn't put it up properly, I swear to God, I'm gonna wake up with a like disco ball sized dent in my head.
It is glass, so be careful.
Oh fuck.
I have a disco ball above my bed too, but it's the foot of my bed, not my face.
I don't have any in my room. They're all in my living room. I should fix
Just
that.
put one in your room.
Well, until we see you next time, take care of yourselves. Be well. Do whatever you can to make today a great day.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey. Where are you going to watch all those Kraken away games?
Kraken away games, making a push. I was thinking of coming here just because Rough and Tumble is the home of circling Seattle sports, only if that's okay with you.
I mean, I love that idea. Hope to see you here.